Pawpaw, tell me, when you were in the war, what did you do? You drew maps in the big planes?
Chris, when I went in, I was lucky. When I went in at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, there was a lot of us boys had I had on a pair of blue pants and a shirt. They put us in tents, and we kept sitting there waiting and waiting. Oh, what are they going to do with us? Well, after a while, here come an officer. He called off a lot of names, which I was one of. He said, in World War I, we had the old foot soldier. But this year, this war, said the old foot soldier won't get it. He said, Germans has got armor, they got tanks, they got airplanes. He said, we're going to have that if we're going to go over there. So the group that I was in, they sent us down to Fort Benning, Georgia. There we was out there in the field, a whole bunch of boys. They called off a bunch of, you don't tell them what they would have put me in, but I just happened to be in a bunch. So y'all stand over there. And they put another bunch here and here. There was about, say, 100 in each one. Our bunch said, y'all gonna be in the artillery. Because we didn't know really different. Said, these boys gonna be in tanks. These are gonna be in the infantry. These are gonna be in the Air Force. So then, they were going to try to have what Germany's got. They said, now, from now on, you will work toward where we put you. So to me, I'm in artillery. And then they began to show us, my group, what artillery was good for. You know, our artillery, the guns are here, and the target is here. They can, until they can see the target, they can shoot right at it. But what if you want to shoot way over here?
Mm-hmm.
You got a map, so you measure where the gun is at to this new target.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got an officer, the artillery is up there with the infantry, and he calls back on the telephone. You're 200 yards short.
Mm-hmm.
That's his job.
Right.
They add 200 to the gun to raise a, in a minute that he calls back, says you're 100 yards short.
Mm-hmm.
The third time they hit the target.
Hmm.
So that's what our artillery is, backing up the infantry.
Right.
Very, very seldom do we come in contact with the real thing, but most of the time we were back,
Mm-hmm.
shooting over the front. So that's what I was in. I was in a far direction. I had the map in on a table, and I measured all that stuff and sent it to the gun crew.
Mm-hmm.
We had A battery of 6 guns, B battery 6 guns, and C battery 6. That's 15 guns. So if I measured from here to over here, I'd measure that on the map,
Mm-hmm.
call it to them. This observer would go over there, and they would shoot one round here, and usually it was, most of the time it was short.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally it would be too far. So he would talk them into the target.
Right.
Boom, you got 15 guns. Let's say you had a house up there that fills there, you could just blow it off the map.
Hmm.
So now, I was lucky to be in an outfit. I'd been unlucky if they would put me in tanks.
Right.
Because they was on the front line.
Mm-hmm.